In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA preseason games happening on October 14, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA preseason games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Detroit Pistons. Detroit walks into Cleveland tonight with momentum, while the Cavaliers are still searching for theirs. The Pistons already showed they can travel and score in bunches this preseason, putting up 128 points in Memphis and holding their own in Milwaukee. They've looked sharper, cleaner, and more decisive, led by Cade Cunningham, who has controlled tempo and attacked defenses with confidence. Around him, their roster is supplying steady contributions, whether it's Paul Reed working on the glass or young guards pushing the pace. The box scores back it up. Detroit has been balanced and efficient in the 2 games they've played so far. Cleveland, by contrast, hasn't been able to put together a complete effort. They are winless through 3 preseason outings, and the losses have not been narrow moral victories. The Bulls ran them off the floor late, and the Celtics exposed how thin they look without their starting guard healthy. The absence of Darius Garland is the key factor. With his toe injury keeping him out through at least early November, the Cavs are running possessions through Donovan Mitchell and secondary handlers, and the offense hasn't flowed the same way. There are stretches where they look sharp, but without Garland's ability to steady the half-court, the rhythm collapses. That lack of organization has turned into turnovers, empty trips, and big scoring runs for opponents. Add in the fact that Cleveland has been experimenting with lineups, giving bench and fringe players extended minutes, and you see why the games have tilted against them. Preseason or not, a team that can't control the ball will have trouble covering numbers. Detroit has shown they can capitalize on exactly that, pushing the ball after mistakes and keeping pressure on tired legs. The Pistons also benefit from having healthier rotation pieces available right now, which is no small thing in a preseason game where depth can swing results. Put all of that together, and the picture points one way. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Detroit's games have landed at 240 and 228 combined points. Cleveland's lone game against Chicago ended at 231. None of these outcomes fall far from the current number, which tells us the line isn't far off. But context matters. Cleveland is still without Garland, which has slowed their half-court efficiency. They've struggled to create clean looks late in games, and when the ball sticks, scoring drops off. In preseason basketball, rotations change quickly, and second-unit minutes often decide whether the scoreboard keeps climbing or levels off. If you strip out garbage time runs, Cleveland hasn't been able to sustain pace. Detroit's shooting has been more consistent, but 2 games is still a slim sample. One night they piled up 128, the next they landed in the low teens per quarter against Milwaukee. That inconsistency shows what often happens in preseason: bursts of scoring, followed by dry spells when coaches stretch rotations or test younger players. Add those elements together, and the balance leans toward a total that ends up shy of the posted line. It may flirt with the number, but based on verified preseason results and the current injury list, the safer play is against an offensive explosion. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total, is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Milwaukee faces Oklahoma City tonight at Fiserv Forum. Even though it's preseason, the setting still matters. A home team keeps its routine. Players sleep in their own beds, practice on their own court, and avoid travel fatigue. That comfort shows up when benches enter the game. By contrast, the road team adjusts to a new arena, a new floor, and a different rhythm. In preseason basketball, where lineups change often, those small differences add weight. Oklahoma City has already played 4 preseason games. The results tell a story of sharp highs and flat lows. They opened with a 135-114 win, a clear blowout. Then came a 106-89 loss, where their offense sputtered. They bounced back with a 122-116 win, but followed it with a 116-101 loss. 2 wins, 2 losses, none alike. The swings show how quickly their performance shifts when rotations widen and minutes go to younger players. Milwaukee's record looks steadier. They most recently won 117-111. That score suggests control, not chaos. At home, the Bucks have an advantage over a Thunder team still searching for consistency. Preseason spreads often come down to late possessions, when benches play extended minutes. A home team with cleaner results has the edge in those moments. That is why this matchup leans toward the hosts. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Oklahoma City's 4 games gave us combined scores of 249, 195, 238, and 217. Put together, the range sits in the low to mid 200s. Milwaukee's 117-111 win added another score that fits the same band. That consistency matters. It shows that even with lineup changes, their games settle into a similar scoring zone. Preseason context matters here too. Coaches test groups. They pull starters earlier. They slow the game to call sets. These choices reduce pace and lower efficiency. Oklahoma City's scores prove it. One night they play fast and the game flies over. The next night they stall and land far under. With that pattern, the most reasonable call is not to expect another shootout. The numbers say this matchup should fall short of the board. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Houston Rockets. Houston heads into New Orleans tonight with plenty to prove. Their preseason has shown spurts of offense, but also stretches where defensive breakdowns stood out. They've had trouble defending the arc, giving shooters space and paying for it. Their rotation is still settling, and one regular piece, Jae'Sean Tate, remains day-to-day with an ankle issue. That matters because he's one of their stronger defenders and a steady role player. Without him, the Rockets lean heavier on others to fill gaps. On the other side, New Orleans has its own issues. They are missing key guards who would normally run the floor and control tempo. DeJounte Murray is out with an Achilles injury, and Trey Murphy III is listed questionable with foot soreness. Those are not minor losses. Murray was brought in to give them another creator and defender at the point of attack. Murphy is one of their best shooters and a spacing threat on the wing. When you take both away, you remove stability from the offense and open doors for mistakes. That puts more weight on their stars and young pieces to generate clean looks, which isn't always reliable in a preseason setting. Matchups like this often tilt on who can take advantage of the opponent's weak spots. Houston has the edge in that respect. Their offense can run when they force turnovers and get out in transition. New Orleans, without 2 of its top guards, may give them those chances. In preseason basketball, energy and rhythm often beat polish. Houston has enough of both to keep this close and push through against a short-handed Pelicans squad. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both of these teams have been uneven in their scoring so far. One night the offense clicks, the next it stalls. Houston has put points on the board, but their defense has given just as much back. New Orleans is now missing creation and shooting, which limits their ceiling. Without Murray to organize the half-court and without Murphy to stretch the floor, possessions are more likely to slow down. That means longer sets, late shots, and fewer clean looks at the rim. Coaches also play a role here. Preseason rotations are about evaluation, not pushing the pace. By the second half, benches fill the floor and efficiency drops. It's not about running up the score, it's about testing lineups. The trend across both of these teams is clear. Scoring can spike, but more often it levels off when rotations widen. With that in mind, the safer call is against a shootout. The evidence from both rosters and their current injury reports points toward a total that ends below the posted number. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.